Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Mouth Restores. Don't know. I have an idea what we're doing today, and I also don't have an idea what. It's kind of half and half. So I'm trying to divide these episodes to basically be like a whole restore of a particular vehicle, like start to finish in one episode. So I want to do that, but I also want to get started on this whole kind of long-term project I was talking about in terms of taking a car from junkyard barn, completely stripping it down, and then just getting rid of all those parts on it. And then we have to go and scour the barns and the junkyard for all the parts, fix up those parts and then put them on the car, and then only buy the ones that we have to buy, like glass and rubber bushings and tires, stuff like that, right? So I'm gonna try to, I don't know, I'm just gonna go with the flow. I don't really have a concrete plan on how I'm gonna do this, but you also might be wondering, why is a Ford Mustang Mach 1 just sitting here, and why does it look so good? I was testing out the beta of the update, so I didn't even realize, but I wasn't on the beta branch of the game. So I've now activated it, and I've done some testing, because with this current update, there's engine swapping. They said there's also added performance parts, but to the best of my analysis I went through, I didn't see any new performance parts. Actually, I'll just quickly show you here. They still, well, that's always been there. All the exhaust, I mean, they might have added one or two parts in these existing lists that I didn't notice, but for the most part, it's just exhaust. Brakes still haven't been added. I've been talking about that, and suspension for a while, so I was kind of thinking like maybe they'll fill in these tabs. The reason why I think they haven't done these so far is it's something that's going to be harder for the devs to actually implement, right? So when you look at anything that's exhaust related or engine, you see this little, it's like a little turbocharger doodad right there on the corner of each. So it's saying, oh, plus 1.75% performance, plus 0.9, so on and so forth. That's just basically, it's modifying the horsepower and the torque on the default engine for that car. So to I don't want to say to code that, to develop that is easy, but relative to changing how the car handles and brakes and all that stuff, I'd say relatively it's the easier thing to do. Just be like, all right, car, just go faster. So that's kind of why I think they're still working on that. It's because, how the cars handle right now. Not saying it's bad, but I mean, it handles that way. So when you add better suspension and better braking, well, braking I feel like wouldn't be quite as difficult. It's almost like the reverse of, performance in terms of speed and acceleration, right? Braking is just like, oh, you're going to be able to stop faster. But outside of that, suspension, I still feel like that's going to be weird to actually make it so the car handles better. It might be a little more difficult. I don't know. I could be talking out of my bum hole. Maybe it's just like they had to prioritize something to work on, and they probably realized like people are going to want to have performance parts for the engine itself / exhaust, to make it go faster. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Either way, I haven't actually seen any noticed any new parts in here, so maybe it's just kind of rarer parts that, yeah, whatever. But that aside, I've been playing with the engine swapping, which definitely is in this beta, and I decided I did this off cam because it did take me quite a while. And I kind of wanted to focus on it, but let's move this guy over here for a second just to show you. And then we'll get back into the kind of like, you know, we'll go and find a car to restore and all that kind of jazz. But so this also looks weird. This hood is basically the stock hood that comes with the car. It is a DLC car, if I recall. Yeah, DLC. But there's no alternate hoods available because when they made it, it was like the engine, it wasn't this supercharged mammoth, so they don't have to worry about having a, you know, a hole in the hood. So, you know, it doesn't really affect it in terms of actually driving or any of that, but, you know, it looks not right for the most part, or it's the tightest fit. I mean, and also it's like you can't, technically you shouldn't be able to lift the hood without taking the scoop off, but whatever. Anyways, if we look at this, so you can see this is the engine I have in here right now. It's the 2-carb overhead supercharged, but on here this is just this little scrolling section that tells you all the other engines in total you could put on this car. So you couldn't put a V12 in here, or you couldn't put a V6. These are all V8s of, well, they're all overhead V8s as well. So there's like, you know, the V8 dock and sock or whatever, you know, I don't know what they're actually, how they're actually pronounced. That's how I say it. DOHC? Wouldn't you say dock? Or would you just say DOHC? I don't know. But, yeah, so the testing I did was, if I pull this bad boy up, I'll go there. Oh, it's not going to let me, unless I pull this guy out, which I don't want to do. You know what? I got a better way to do this. Just go to inventory, groups. So, I built these different engines. These are pretty much all the engines that you saw on that swap list minus the single carb. Because I was like, well, it's not going to be better than the 2-carb. I almost didn't do the 2-carb because the one that's in there right now is the supercharged, which definitely, you know, is better. But I wanted to build them all with the performance parts as well, just to see kind of which one would be the best, at least for the Mustang here. Because I kind of, you know, the thing about this game, you know, it's not perfect, it's not complete. And the one thing I've noticed is, like, so theoretically, technically, if you're building a certain engine, you should get, and you're swapping out all the parts for performance parts, it's like that's gonna make it go faster. But I was noticing they don't always have performance parts available for one type of engine that they do for the other. For instance, the intake manifold. On some engines, you can get a performance intake manifold, and it's like, all right, here's like an extra, what, 7% performance or something. It's pretty significant, right? And then you've got like maybe the base engine. Another one is technically more powerful, but it's like, oh, you can't use a bunch of these performance parts. So maybe that traditionally more powerful engine gets surpassed by the traditionally less powerful engine just because there's more performance parts available for it. And I've, you know, like I've pointed out, a lot of these engines, once you go through and put all the performance parts on them, they you know, you can reach almost, not quite double performance, but I've seen 80 and 90% improved performance. So I did the test, and these are the numbers. The Windsor, V8 OHV Windsor, default, and again, that's it, the default horsepower of that engine is in this car. It varies depending on what car you have those certain engines in. So they modify it a little bit. So just, you know, asterisk beside all that. The Windsor, it starts at 236 horsepower with performance parts 391. The V8 OHV 385 starts at 370 horsepower, and I got it up to 602. The V8 OHV Hemi starts at 425 horsepower, so more than the 385 by a factor of, well, that's 55 horsepower more. But once I put the performance parts on, it only went up to 554 horsepower. So the 385 with performance parts is 602 horsepower, which is 58 horsepower more. So it was basically 55 horsepower less to begin with, and then it kind of leaped over it, and now it's 58 more. So that's, you know, something kind of interesting there. The V8 OHV 6P started at 390 horsepower and ended at 500. So still the 385 was able to surpass that by 100 horsepower, even though it started with 20 less. The V8 OHV Mag starts at 375, ended up at 504. The engine you see here right now, this is the 2-carb OHV supercharged, starts at 537 horsepower. So it like starts more powerful than pretty much most of them finish up. And it ended up at 965 horsepower after all the performance parts. So you get quite a few for this. And you'll see here, though, it says 1016. I decided to then afterwards upgrade the exhaust, upgrade the fuel pump. That's pretty much all you can upgrade after that. So that resulted in the added like 50 horsepower. Not insignificant. And then the V8 2-carb, basically this guy just not supercharged, started at 330 horsepower, ended up at 609. So that also, you know, the Hemi started at 425. It only went up to 544. So it gained about 120 horsepower, whereas the V8 2-carb 330 went up to 609. So it's kind of interesting. So I'd like to see if you could take, you know, get some more performance parts for some of these engines. You know. So yeah, it was just kind of a fun little test. Another little test I want to show you, just to show you how the game does this, because it does actually matter what tires you put on. I knew before, just from controlling, you know, that if you have slick tires on, that you're not gonna slide around as much. But I wanted to see if they impacted the speed. So let's take this guy out to the speed track. All right. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna get our baseline. These are the oh golly. We'll check when we get back. I can't remember if I think they're the vintage race tire B. But they're race tires. All right. Oh, listen to that. Okay, so you see the top left, you see all our speed stuff. It's in kilometers, so you're 0 to 60 miles. Oh, this is bad. I might have to restart. Yeah, sorry. So miles per hour, 0 to 60 is going to be the 0 to 100 kilometers, in case you're not familiar. Yeah, and also having this much torque is why you want some sticky tires. So you can see our 0 to 50 is 1.7 and change. 0 to 100 is a little over 3.5. So on and so forth. I did put a custom gearbox in there too. Oh my goodness. No! Oh no, rolling! Oh! Wow, that's a lot of rolls. But it looks good doing it. Alright, so I'm just gonna really focus on the first two numbers here. 1.7, which, you know, we'll just say 1.7 to be generous, and 3.5. Okay, 1.7, 3.5, pretty much double. So now I've already got some slick tires ready to go. and we'll see if it makes any sort of difference. I mean, you can start typing it out, make your comment. What do you think is going to happen? Think it's going to be the same? Think it's going to perform better with the sticky tires? Slick tires, I should say. Let's, and then we're going to actually go and bring in the car that we're going to do the long-term restoration on. That's right. I already have it. But is it what you think it is? Because I previously talked about it. I don't know. You can also start making your bets. You might be surprised. So we'll bring that in. Probably do a little bit of a strip down. And then we're going to make a trip to a barn and to a junkyard. See if we find anything new we want. If not, we're probably going to start renovating one of the other cars we already have. We have quite a few. I'm going to save kind of mostly working on the long-term project car, I think, until maybe next episode we'll start doing a bit more on that. But we'll see. I might change my mind from between now and then. Alright, so those guys are on. You know, another thing, there's every episode I'm like, I wish they would add this to the game and that to the game. It's not like me being like, oh, the game sucks, I want them to add more stuff. It's just kind of like, I really love this game, and I'd love to see it become more successful and, you know, more optimized, but also have some nice new features and stuff. Yes. Is actually allowing you to like even have different qualities of oil and gasoline stuff. So, you know, just like the real good quality stuff to get better performance as well. I just thought that'd be cool. A little minor thing, but so look at that. We went from 0 to 50, 1.3 seconds. So that's 0.4 seconds faster. And then our 0 to 100 went, what was it, 3.5 down to 2.9. And all we did was change the tires. And I didn't even, the thing is too, what I love about this game is I could tweak this to, and you know, it's going to be more evident as well, I feel like, right here, because, you know, once you get going, you're going, kind of. But, what was I saying? Yeah, just, I mean, if you don't understand what's going on, and I'm not even an expert, of course, you can very easily tell that, but it's basically, you have these normal tires, they got whatever treads and stuff like that, and certain, probably different qualities of rubber and stuff, but you can see here, right, just looking at the tread, anywhere where there's a groove, it's not making contact with the road, with the asphalt. The slick tires, if you look at them, smooth as a baby's bottom. It just means more contact. And when you have so much torque, like a car, what's our torque at here? It's a lot. It's you need the tire contact, otherwise you're just gonna spin. So that's why our speed got better, because right off the start we weren't spinning our tires as much. It was gripping better, and you're able to go rather than kind of sitting in one spot. That's my explain like I'm 5, I guess. It's still probably a bad job of explaining it, but you know, I just thought it was cool that that is in the game. I never really paid attention to that before. I just thought that these kind of helped you control it a little bit more when you were doing the racing around the track and stuff like that, but no, it's actually will improve your well, it doesn't really improve your speed. It helps improve your acceleration, I should say. You know, I'm using two different things. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and move this car. You know what? I'm going to keep it in the garage for now. That's fine. But one thing I am going to do is move these engines out of my... I need to start labeling these. This was for the Cobra. Yeah, I might move those away. This is before I started doing the YouTube. What's in here? Let's put our engines in here. Actually, I'll just put the tires in there too. I don't need them on me right now. But now that I've got these engines, I can always just put them in a car to, you know, do whatever I want. Test stuff out and see how I like it. But I don't intend to sell those, but those are performance engines. And again, once we get more performance parts and stuff like that, I can always go in and swap stuff out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the garage and I'm going to bring in the car that we are going to be working with. Let me just see. Yep, it's in here. All right, let's load up. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna walk up to it and then you're gonna be like, what? That one? But Michael, why? Why? Yeah, we'll see. Am I throwing a curveball? Or is it exactly what I discussed? I don't know. I don't even know. No comment. Okay. Oh, man. Also, this is probably going to be a little choppy and laggy. So, just warning you now, because, I mean, there's a lot of cars in here, and more so, there's a lot of individual parts that are all being rendered, and each one of them has its own quality, which means it's putting on rust and different stuff. Also, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. I miss you. Just look at that color. In a way, I might end up, I don't know about that, because if this is going to be our racing one, because we got the performance parts in, I almost kind of want to give it the racing, like you know, we looked at the stripes. I don't like how it's like the ones, it basically turns this part right here. One half is white and then the other half is whatever color the car is. That is accurate to what they did. So I might have to suck that up. Personally, I'm not crazy about that. But the actual stripes themselves are pretty cool. And because if our intent is that this is the performance one, this is the race one, then maybe we should use this paint job on the just like more stock-ish restoration. I mean, we could use like a stock color too, or factory color. But I don't know. Or yeah, maybe we do, and then because I love this color, this is the chameleon. It's like a yellowy kind of gold, right? Like the effect. So maybe we just put that on a different car, like the Sakura GT20. It's kind of got, you know, that old school styling and similar-ish shape. So I think this color would look pretty good on that too, or this paint job. This is the wide body. We're gonna work on that in another day. This is the Reptilia D/R. And this is the car. I was kind of hoping that it was further down. This is the one we're gonna be working on. Let me find the other one. This is the other Reptilia. This is R2 though. That's like slightly newer. This is just the Reptilia. There's also the Reptilia S. And the Reptilia S in this game uses it's the OHV6P, I think, by default, which is a 2-carb engine, which has a fair bit. Yeah, looking at here with by default the OHV6P is 390 horsepower, about that. So more than 100 than this. So the S must stand for super or speed. But this is kind of like the classic. And again, you can see pretty much the same engines available as the Mustang. But this one I'm gonna do, I feel like I want to do a more kind of factory restore. Just straight up factory, give it a nice paint job, just a nice cruising car, nothing too obnoxious, you know. We'll fix up the engine as is. You know, use that one. I'm not gonna swap out another one. I don't think. We'll see. But this is the one I want to turn into a gnarly beast. It's got the same engine. Well, it's got parts of the same engine in it as the Mustang that I was just driving. So, you know, in this instance, wait, how, in the Mustang, see, this is what I was saying earlier. In the Mustang, this engine, same engine, but the factory engine power started at 537 horsepower. Here it starts at 498, which is still a lot. But I'm just saying how, you know, the game, it'll take the same engine and modify it, plus or minus, depending on the vehicle it's going in. Because, I mean, as well, that does, I guess, kind of happen with other cars. You know, there's other parts that are gonna, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like there's a rhyme or reason to it. But anyways, we went from 537 to 965 horsepower on the Mustang one, so this will get up to probably low 900s with performance parts. And then you add the performance exhaust and the fuel pump on top, and bam, you're cooking with peanut oil. So we're gonna bring this guy back, and then we're gonna go back. Yeah. So here's the tricky thing. We're gonna take all that stuff off that car. I'm gonna start taking some of it off now. Well, in a minute. Let's go to the barn stuff and junkyard first, maybe. But the thing is finding. So I want this to be a performance car, which means not only do we have to find the right parts in the barns and in the junkyard, but we want to find performance versions of those. So this is going to take a long time. A long time to do. Like, pretty long, I think. So we're not going to, you know, so the thing too, though, is like, say I find the engine block, right? I'm going to take the first one I get, performance or not. We're going to fix it up if we can. We might be unsuccessful, depending on the quality, but we'll put it in. So the first thing is to get it functioning. And then as I continue to look for parts, like if I know I still need a performance, you know, one of the engine heads, well, then we'll keep looking. Once we find it, we'll swap it out. And we'll just keep doing that and keep doing that. So like over time, like there's going to be a point when the car is going to look pretty good and it'll function, and we might have all the parts to an extent, but you know, we'll still be able to occasionally find another part to just give it a little more horsepower. So it's kind of like the long-term project, try and make it as beastly as possible. And yeah, so I need you guys to help me think of a color we're gonna do for this. We need like a nickname, a project name, a code name, or whatever, at the very least, until we come up with like a full-on name. So you know, we'll get it cleaned up a bit. I mean, you could just take a look at the shape here, right? Again, this is based on a Corvette, right? I'm pretty confident of that. Quite confident, actually, when you look at Probably can't really see it here. But when it's cleaned up, this is like that Corvette. It's kind of like a flag. Sort of like the Corvette. It's just different, so not be an exact copy. But so that's, you know, just look at the shape of it. It is a convertible. It's going to have we have to find the special hood that allows the engine to protrude through, because, you know, it's gonna be a big engine. So, well, it's like that, right? So yeah, I don't just start throwing stuff. You know, I'm gonna be talking to you in the comments, reading the comments for sure. And, you know, we got a long ways to go. So nothing's going to be definite for quite a while. But this is the car. Just because I love it so much. I love the look of it. I love that there's a lot of potential with the engine. So that's cool. So you know what? Actually, let's, because there's not a ton of parts on this. I'm just going to remove everything that I can. And then I'm going to put them in a special warehouse. I'm not actually going to sell the parts here. But I don't want to repair them. And I don't want to, well, I don't want to sell them either. And the reason for that is, it's like, I feel like in certain time, if we really want to kind of test this vehicle and we're not finding certain parts, we might have some left over that are really crappy, but we could kind of use in a way. You know what I'm saying? We'll just pretend like, oh, we can't repair this part. Oh, but I really want to, you know, test it out. I'm just trying to kind of roleplay this a little bit. I think it's kind of fun. And, yeah, I mean, in 2 seconds, I could just take the engine from that Mustang, put it in here, and, you know, it wouldn't take a lot of time to just buy all new suspension and brakes and stuff like that, or even repair most of the stuff. But, you know, that's, you know, we're going to be doing that a lot on all these other restorations, so I kind of figured having something that's more of a long-term project, I think is kind of fun. At least to me. Hopefully you guys agree. Hopefully you agree. And it's also cool too. It's like, I like the idea that I'm doing one full restoration per episode. But, I feel like kind of having multiple episodes where we're going and just tweaking 1 or 2 things per episode, and then over time, eventually you're going to be like, oh my gosh, we've come so far. Wow. Insert, you know, nickname of the car. So yeah, color's going to be an interesting one too. Again, thinking it doesn't have to be anything like an actual Corvette. This is not a factory restore, so we can get a little funky with it. The only color I will say I will veto right now is pink. I don't like pink on cars. Purple, I'm totally down for purple. I'm totally down, you know, red, yellow, green, blue, white, black, gray. And I'm not crazy about brown, so maybe brown's the other one. It's hard to make brown look good on cars unless it's like a wooden paneled car. Then it's an instant classic. But yeah, I mean, right now well, looks like the car is green. I didn't pay attention if that was the factory color or if it was painted that after, but you know, green could be kind of like an interesting color. That's not one I would typically be all for, but because I'm already envisioning this car's going to be beastly in time. Remember, we're going to be pushing 900 horsepower, probably over that by a smidge. It's going to be beastly. It's going to be a monster. It's going to sound roar. And with that, you know, you kind of think like monsters are kind of green, right? I don't know, if a kid draws a monster like green or red, you know, they can be kind of gnarly, aggressive-ish color. Well, red's pretty quite aggressive, but you know, green's good too. And it's got those kind of curves too. It almost reminds me a little bit of like a snake in a way too. So I don't know what your first thoughts are when you're seeing the car, but throw them out there. Let's start thinking of some kind of nicknames for the car. Like you know, like we'll call it. It'll be like our secret code name. Like you know, well, we can't do Cobra. Cobra's taken. You can't do Viper. Viper's taken. We could always do Python. You know, like Project Python. Or what are some other scary snakes? Anaconda doesn't seem right because it's like, that's a big snake. This isn't like an overly big car. Also just kind of sounds weird to me. Doesn't have to be anything like a snake at all, you know? I'm just trying to get the ball rolling here. You know, talking to myself. I could even just call it the Beast. Could call it Monstro. Could call it El Diablo. See, that would work if it was like a red, or like a fiery reddish kind of orange with the, you know, the whole use the chameleon paint, so it's kind of shifting. You know, shifty. It's like evil. It's shifty. It's intentions. You don't know what they are. You look at it one moment and it seems to be a certain way. You look at it from a different angle at a different time. It's like, whoa, I thought it was red, but it's orange. Now it's yellow. What's going on? Right? Purple can also kind of be like, I feel like a monstrous color in some ways. At first, it doesn't make sense, but I think of the movie Space Jam. And they had the Monstars. And some of them were purple. And it's like, whoa, that's scary, dude. So I'm just saying, you know, I mean, we could make any color work, I think. And make it seem kind of, you know, like rawr. Did I not take the Sorry, I've been on autopilot as well as I've been talking about this stuff, so I'm not being super efficient here. But I think we're most of the way. Take you out. Oh no, I did take the drive shaft out. Okay, just making sure. Actually, I might not have even had one. There we go. Okay, so now this is pretty much gonna. I didn't even think about this. You know, I honestly should have moved this maybe over here because it's a long-term one. I'll probably do that off camera. I'll just temporarily put back on the wheels so I can move it over there, because you can't. Actually, you can. Okay, but if you try to move it to the garage, the parking, or anywhere else, you can't move it. So it's here. Actually, you know what I might do? It's gonna go B. It's gonna go right in the middle. You're special, right by the garage. So now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start up a warehouse here. And I'm gonna probably get organized with warehouses. I might even split them up for certain parts maybe, or just if we have multiple projects going on, multiple long-term projects. Now that's maybe something I might also be down for. You know, we have this one, but maybe we want to do kind of a full long restore on a completely different vehicle. I'm also open to that, you know, doing more than one simultaneously. And the reason I'm thinking that I might be open is because once we strip them and decide on what car, it's like we might not be finding the parts too frequently. So at least if we have a few cars that we're doing that with, it's like you almost have a sensation of progress a little bit more. Like the odds of us finding a part for one of 2 or 3 cars on every barn search or junkyard, you know, we're probably going to find at least a couple parts, right? So maybe that's not such a bad idea. So also keep that in your mind. Think of some other cars that maybe we want to do this treatment to. So I'm just going to use 6. It's right in the middle. I'm going to rename it. For now, I'm just going to say project car, because I'm putting the onus on you guys to help me out with the name. And if you don't give me anything good, we'll start with like Project Beast. And then we'll refine it from there or change, you know, I don't know. But help me out here. Help me out, come up with something really cool. And then we'll do it. So these are all the parts. Was that an Albanian license plate? I didn't really look. Okay, so I mean we've got a few. Got a few here. So, I mean, I probably shouldn't even keep the rubber bushings. Like, we know we have to buy those. The glass, cam gear, timing chain, we can't repair that. Oh, Bulgaria. Oh, my. Just look. Engine parts. So, we do have the 2 engine heads. That battery. Technically, we could charge that up. But I'm going to try and find another battery. Okay. There's that. Suspension and brakes. Exhaust. So, yeah. I need to actually make a list too of the parts so that when we go out on these bar finds and the junkyard finds, that I know what parts we actually need specifically. Although a lot of it is just going to be V8 OHV, which kind of makes it a little bit easier. And for the most part, the body parts are going to be the same. They're all bolt reptilia, but we need the alternate hood, the one that's got the hole in it. So. Oh, the rims are going to be hard to find. Well, there we go. I think the first thing I will do, though, we got to do this at some point. I'd rather do it at the beginning. You know, make some progress, right? So let me tell these guys to F off. All right. Whew. You know, I might want to tweak it, but you know, green could be okay for this car. I probably want to do like maybe a bit of a deeper green if we did go with green. And again, the chameleon paint is just too good. It's too good. I just almost wish you could select like a kind of like a gradient paint to do, so you could say like I want green and then I want purple, and then it would kind of shift between those two, and you know, I don't know. That'd probably be not possible though. All right, interior's clean. There you go. You know, it's simple, but that's what I like about it. This is going to be fun. I'm really glad we're doing this. Or I'm glad I'm doing it, and you guys are hopefully helping me and watching along. So I shouldn't have anything yet in my inventory. Okay, so I'm going to go to a barn. And then we're going to go to a junkyard. I'm also looking for another car to restore right now. If we don't find anything that really catches my then we'll just go to the garage and pull one out. Although I might even save that for the next episode now, just because I'm realizing how far into this one I am. I thought I would have done more of this sooner. Brake shoe. Shoot, I should have checked. I think it uses drum brakes in the back. I'm pretty sure. It doesn't hurt to buy this. And the brake shoe we can repair, so I'm gonna get that. As well, air filter cover, I'm pretty sure it doesn't use some special one. I think it'll just use a normal one. But this is 13%, so we might not be able to repair it. Alright. So far, so good. DC Typhoon, which is the game's like default Cobra. AC Cobra, but yeah. What kind of suspension was there in the back too? It's oh, it's the leaf spring, so we don't need this suspension arm. Doesn't use that kind of fuel pump. Doesn't use any of that other stuff. McLaren, Porsche, Del Rey, Ford Mustang Mach 1. I already got that. Alright, so that's all stuff we cannot use. Plymouth Roadrunner. That's the wrong... Yeah, air filter base, just making sure. Oil pan, nope. Shelby Daytona, okay. Nope. So, you know, I also imagine... Yeah, I already checked that. That there's going to be times we're going to find a bunch of parts. And then other times we're probably not going to find anything. And I'm okay with that. Del Rey, another Del Rey, see? Okay, what's this car? We already have the... We both have the F-Mill and just the Bolt Chapman. So, I'm not going to bother with that. This is a car I'd love to actually find to buy right now. The Ferrari 250. It looks so good. It looks so good. But I haven't, I used to see a lot of them when I was going through, but since I've been doing this little YouTube series, I haven't seen any. No. No, no, no. The other thing is, having all the modded cars in the game means there's a lot of modded car parts, which just kind of dilutes the parts pool. So it's going to make it harder to find the actual parts we're looking for. So that's kind of a bummer, in a way. Front steering knuckle A. I don't know if it's... I can't remember if it's front steering knuckle A or C. A lot of time it's A or C, but I'll take this just in case. Again, it's cheap. Doesn't hurt. And then we don't have a transfer case, and all the other stuff is for other cars. Oh, engine heads, but not the right ones. It's the window. And I think what I might do is, like, we'll have to find the right window, maybe. And other parts. And then once we find them, then I can just buy the new one, because you can't repair the window. So let's say this was the Bolt Reptilia, you know, front window. Like, oh, I finally found it, and then we'll pretend that we kind of repaired it, but then I'll just actually buy that part. But that's only for windows and rubber bushings and things you just can't restore. I think it's just... Again, we might... Can't remember which fan we use. So I'm just going to buy it just in case. I gotta check this one, right? Yes. Oh, there's our case. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Alright, well. Nope, we used the leaf spring. Front drive axle G, absolutely not. Okay, engine head. Oh man. What's this bad boy? Bolt cape supercharged. I do not have one of those. I'm just gonna buy it. For now. Well, alright. So, let's go back. Let's, check something quickly on the car. Okay. So, let me just... I almost like, in a way, I kind of don't want to allow myself to write down the parts. I feel like it'd be better if I tried to memorize. I mean, a lot of the stuff I already know. Especially if I know, like, let's look at the brakes. Well, we know we need calipers. Disc, pads. Ventilated. So, it's not drum brakes. So, yeah, it means we need 2 ventilated, and we just need the 2 discs. You need 4 calipers, 4 caliper cylinders, 4 pads. We know we need a servo. Yeah, the air scoop. Wait a minute. Where is, yeah, so there's your leaf spring system. So I know what's involved with that. You need the 2 leaf springs, you need the 2 leaf spring plates, you need the 4 leaf spring U-bolts. We know we need 2 inner tie rods, 2 outer tie rods. Let's check the front steering knuckle C. Okay, so it's not A, it's C. I can't see cross member D. Okay. Muffler. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of times, too, where I'm going to buy stuff just in case, and then we're going to come back and we're going to say, oh, no, it's not steering knuckle A, it's steering knuckle C. Shock absorber B, cap and spring. Yeah, we need a bunch of rocker arms, rod caps. That's going to be hard to find all those. I wonder if there's some of the stuff we can even find. I think we could find spark plugs maybe, but they might not even let you, I don't know. Sway bar front end link B. Okay. That's good to know. I need to remember that. Hood B. Left headlight B. When it comes to the body, I might decide, though, that I want to use headlight A instead of B. I don't know. Aesthetically, I feel like I'm not going to be like, well, I have to use headlight B, because that's what this one used before. Like, we're, you know, I'm going to try to make it the way I want it to look, so. But it still means I have to find, like, well, the headlight A. So, I don't feel like that's cheating. Okay. So, let me look in my inventory here for a second. So, oh wait, fan housing. Let's check out the radiator stuff. What's the radiator itself? RS. Radiator fan. Oh, so there's no, that's right, there's no fan housing. Radiator C and then the radiator fan. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. I should have thought of that in the time. So we can, I'm just gonna sell that. I'm not even gonna repair it. We're not using that. And then let's also check the air filter cover. So basically, I thought I might have had 4 parts. So far we're we're not doing so well. And this guy just, it's gonna tell me it doesn't even have an air filter, right? Which, yeah, I guess it doesn't. It is an older car here, right? Yeah, air scoop. Alternator. No filter. Alright. So be it. So let's take a quick trip to, and you know what? We're going to go to the junkyard, and I am going to, we're not actually going to restore a car today. But we will in the next episode. You know, and because we won't have all that, you know, that stuff I was showing you about the engine swaps and testing and all that kind of stuff too. So, you know, we'll still make trips every time to the barnyards, or the barns, and to the junkyard. So now I'm taking my time on this. I'm literally going to go through every pile here, I think. At least this time. Ignition wires. I don't think we use those, but yeah. You never know. I can't remember if it's the OHVDs or the OHVDs and nuts. LOL. The scroll wheel doesn't always work here, which is kind of a bummer. And we have, let's see here. Serpentine belt beat. Nope, that's the inline 3. Okay. Ah, we definitely need one of those. That's good. I'm almost positive we were just looking at that. The rear, the spring cap, the rear spring. No, not the rear spring. The rear shock absorber. Was it B or A? I can't remember, but there's definitely a cap, so that's good. Lamborghini, Ferrari GT, Shelby McLaren, oh Porsche, all this fancy car stuff. Water pump pulley. Yeah. Yeah. Bugatti. Like, you never actually see Bugatti stuff sitting in a... This front knuckle. If it's front knuckle C, is it rear knuckle C? We'll find out, because I certainly don't remember. Can't use that. The timing cover's no good. But we're up to it. Let's go. So now, though the tricky thing with this, I think we can repair the side mirrors, but 15%. That might be too low. So we'll find out. Or we might even fail. Fuel filter, we absolutely need one of those. And you can repair them, but 12% might be too low as well. So, actually, I'm almost positive 12% is going to be too low. I think 15% might be the lowest, but, yeah, because I repaired something that was 18 or 17%. Drive axle, rear sway bar. I think it was a rear sway bar B, was it not? Again, 10%. It's just like, ugh, it's so bad. But I can at least kind of temporarily put this on until we find a better one, and then finally actually like repair one. But I think it was rear sway bar B. I know, I'm almost positive, yeah, it was the rear shock absorber. I'm just getting that anyways. But you can't repair it, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, okay. No car over there for us to check out. I don't think any of this you can actually look in. No. Sometimes there's cars in there, though. Let's first go back. Here, okay. Exhaust pipe. I don't think we use that. Definitely don't use that. Salem. Time and cover for V12. Lotus, Aston Martin. So not anywhere near the right rims. Although we do use retros. I can't remember the number. I think it was like retro 2 or retro 3. I don't know. Nothing there. Okay. I might even think of ways to like kind of streamline this too, because I don't want you guys to have to necessarily sit through every junkyard session. So maybe I might even do some stuff in between and then kind of do like a, like, by the way, this is what I found. And then we actually start doing stuff with it. So I might do it that way maybe in time as well. Because I could totally understand people not wanting to sit through this. It's for the R2, but I'm still going to buy it. I don't know why. Just want to. It's going to be oil pan V8 OHV. I'm like 99% positive, but let's just buy it again and double check. Measure twice, cut once, right? Supercharger V8 OHV. Let's go. 14% though. So I'm not going to hold my breath, but hey, we found it. Front. Oh, it's front steering knuckle A or C? Pretty sure it was C. It's going to get into my head eventually. Also, I think it's serpentine belt V8 OHV. But yeah. Okay. We need 2 of those, I believe. Engine block V8I. Yuck. Oh man. Actually, considering the size of the junkyard, we might find things more quickly than I was originally thinking. Wrong timing chain. We don't have an air filter. Wrong body parts. Okay. Delray Dodge, Jaguar, gearbox, that's the wrong one. A lot of McLaren, a lot of Lamborghini parts, a lot of Bentley parts, Porsche parts. Oh, I've got the knuckle housing C for the rear, so it could be B. I certainly don't remember, so. We need one of those. We know we use 2 ventilated discs. So that's good. A lot of Delray parts I'm noticing too. Classic turbo. We don't have a turbocharger. Round air filter base 2 carb. No, we're doing we're doing the supercharged. This we need. Exhaust manifold, wrong ones. Okay. Did I just do this car? I did not. R2. I'm still gonna buy the R2 parts. I don't know, I just feel weird. It kind of makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something. And like seat. Don't like that seat. Not one bit. Wait, what was that, that mirror? Oh, okay. Water pump, oil, more of that seat. Wrong. Gearbox? There you go. I do want the performance one. And what was the... Yeah, 13%. So, most of the stuff, even if it is right, I don't think we're going to be repairing it. Which is a shame. This, we can't repair, but like I said, to buy a new one, I have to find an old one in the junkyard or in a barn. So there you go. We now have our crank pulley. We'll take it back. We'll pretend we repair it. And it's 19% as well. And I know we can repair 18% stuff. So So it's all legit. It's all good in the hood. Engine head. Ferrari. Ford. Okay. All right. I know this is probably boring some of you, but I'm actually having an oddly fun time doing this right now. The only thing that bothers me is there's no music. I would like some music, please. See another Reptilia R2. I'm just gonna stop buying the R2 stuff. We do not use a timing belt. Okay. Pretty sure we don't use that guy, but I will buy it just in case. Oh, that's for the Daytona. We're finding a lot of the Daytona parts as well. Wheel hub 4? I don't remember. No, because the wheel hub... I don't remember. Let's go! Although it's 12%, so we're not going to be able to repair that, I do not believe. But still, we're, you know, at least we're finding the parts in somewhat of a frequency. So it's just a matter of time before we find one that's closer to 20%. And it's still not guaranteed that we'll successfully repair it, but my skill is so high that we should be able to. Battery, there we go. We found our battery. I'll take that idle roller. Just in case. Don't think we have a... I didn't check if we have a catalytic converter. I don't think we do, but we'll see. Rocker arms, no. Tire. No. It's not the red. Well, I think we have 15-inch tires. Yeah, that could be 14-inch. I don't know. Tires gonna be tricky to do though. To like find 4 of the exact same one. So I don't know how to handle that. Rod cap. We need a lot of those, but how? That's 18%, so we might actually be able to repair that. Look how big this place is. I'm gonna try to be quicker. First, I'm gonna do like all the outside edge though, just so I know I don't miss anything, and then we'll go back and do the inside. I'll try to be quicker here. Okay, a lot of that stuff we can't do. Bentley, timing cover, wrong one. Salem, Mercedes, Mayan, Bolt. This, I think we do front exhaust pipe, but it might be V8 OHV A. I'm fairly certain it's A. That's close enough for me to and you know what I'm gonna do? Remind me to well, you can't really remind me, but I'm gonna write down how much we've spent looking for these parts and repairing them. So even if I end up buying a part that doesn't work for the car, I'm gonna include that in the price. I think. Middle muffler, we use that though. Ignition cap. Camshaft. Yep. I don't think I'll be able to repair. Another R2. Air filter. Actually, how do I want to do the cost repair? I'm gonna have to think on it, but I am going to write this all down. Rocker arm, we absolutely are gonna need, you know, only 15 more of those. And appropriate condition. We can't, well, oh, actually no, we can't repair those. There's the R2 head. Well, that's just great. We should have done an R2 because we're finding them front, left, and center. Front, right, and center. Front, left, and center. I don't know how this thing goes. Okay, here's the other one. So, and it's decent enough condition. So, but again, you can't, I don't think we can, yeah, you can't repair that. Don't know if we need the exhaust pipe. Another R2 part. Gosh, we would have had an R2 built already. This is crazy. Timing cover. Nope. Nope. There's another camshaft. Nice. And those we can repair. So not too shabby. Still need an oil pan too. Did we already? Yeah, we already did this guy. Okay. Chestnuts roasting on an open flame. Do we use a solid rear drive axle? We do now. Oh, wait, that was a piston ring, but that was a weird one. Yeah, no, that's the wrong piston ring. Steering wheel, ooh. Barracuda. There's our radiator fan. And that's technically repairable. We'll see if we can actually do it. This is the wrong rim. It's also 23 inches. Okay. Camshaft. No, camshaft cap. We don't use camshaft caps, right? No. Yeah, we use the rocker arms and all. Yeah, that's... Wait. No, we don't use that. Okay. Body starter V8. Yeah, there's the starter and the starter V8. Those are the only two options, if I recall. 18%. Should be able to repair that. Already got a couple middle mufflers, I think. But I'll take this one just in case. There we go. 14%, so probably not going to be salvageable, but still nice to see it. Gearbox B. No, that's wrong. There's a caliper cylinder. Okay. Is this... I'm gonna buy it just in case. Air filter is wrong. Black glass is wrong. Wrong oil filter. And we're done there. Oh, this is a car we could buy. Do I? Nah. We'll do that later. Bolt. Barracuda, Hellcat. Reptilia R2 steering wheel. Are you kidding me? Front exhaust. I like how they labeled this as a window. It's just weird how they do that with the modded parts. They just kind of default it to a window. They don't, yeah. Water pump. Nope. Nope. Okay, sometimes there's a car to buy there, but not today. It's gonna continue going around the outside edge before we do the inner one. Another R2 part, intake turbo, trunks that I cannot use. Okay. And a lot of cars. I would, I'd really love to find the engine block. Like, pretty much right away. That'd be great. Because you build everything engine-wise on top of the block, right? So, that's something I'd like to find nice and early. So we could actually start putting some stuff together, maybe to an extent. But so far we've been unlucky. But that's okay. I believe. I believe and I think I'll live. Rare. Yeah, like you can really see how many of these parts are taken up by the mods. So I'm wondering... No, I don't want to deactivate the mods necessarily. Nah, it's fine. Delray, Chieftain. I definitely want to do the Chieftain Bandit. And then there's the Chieftain Bandit Shiv, which looks kind of similar, but I think it's got a different engine, a more powerful engine. I'd like to build one of those for sure. Sure, we'll just take that just in case. We got the wheel hub 4, but I don't remember which one it actually is. Might be neither. Just take that just in case. Hemikuda. Okay. That stuff we can't get. Oh. Awesome Martin engine head. Come on, give me the block. Give me the block. You want the freaking block. Boom. Alright. I'd almost like them to, in a way, to do the junkyard. Or have it like a car lot. So you could go around and find the actual car. And then, instead of buying the whole car necessarily, or maybe you could buy the whole car, but I think it'd be cool to have, like, you go and in the junkyard you can take some parts off, rather than just looking for random parts in giant, piles of trash. Wrong. Can't even get the right push rods. Makes me sad. Nope. We don't use that. But we do have the big old metal fan. Drive shaft, we need one of those. 16%, don't know. We're gonna find out what the percentage is that we can repair stuff. And once I find that out, it's gonna make my job here a little bit easier, but also probably more frustrating, because I'm like, oh, you can't repair anything under 17%. Ugh. Don't even bother taking that 16%, Although, I probably will still take it, and then we can put it on the car as is, so we can kind of build it, and then, like I said earlier, replace the parts with the better ones until we actually have one that's fully restored. Yeah. So don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Oil pan, wrong. Rear muffler, wrong. Crankshaft pulley V8. No, we have the V8 OHV. Sakura, Ford. Wrong crank. Front shock absorber B. I can't remember if we used the double wishbone. I'll take it though. We'll find out. It's one of those things, like, I'm not going to remember everything after looking at the parts list the first time, but the more I run into these situations, I think I will. So that's, that's okay. Wrong manifold. Gearboxes for Bentley. Seats for Jeeps. That's the wrong V8. Well, alright. Alright. Front steering knuckle C. We'll take it for now. We'll find out. Bolt Reptilia right tail light. There you go. So that's the stock one. It's 16%, so we'll find out. Engine head. No. Please just give me the block. Wrong oil pan. Don't use that because we got the leaf spring set up. And then that's our second one. 16%. Don't know. Can't remember if you can repair those. You can repair the spring caps to the best of my recollection. I already checked that one. But I don't know about the shock absorber cap. McLaren, Bugatti. So engine head. Not looking good there. Did we already check this one? I don't think so. Exhaust manifold. I think this is good. Oh wait, what's the percentage? 15. Can't even remember if we can repair the exhaust manifolds. I think you might be able to. But a lot of the other exhaust stuff you can't. Don't have an air filter. This guy, here we go. I think we used that. Again, that's not something we can actually repair, but it's nice to have it. And then I'm like, oh, I've got one. That we don't use. Ignition wires, V8. Can't remember. Okay, we're almost at the end of the outer. And the inner should go a lot more quickly here. Wrong cap. Porsche, Volvo, Mayan, Lamborghini, Nissan. Ooh, that's the Charger. Okay. No. Fuel rail. No, we don't use the fuel rail. I've already got a fuel filter. 12% though, so we can't repair that. Actually, you can't repair the filters in general, so that's fine. Salem. There's a lot of Salem Spectre stuff. You know, that'd be another car I wouldn't mind doing one of these long-term restorations on, because they look pretty sweet. They're like, I think they're supposed to be a Mustang knockoff. One of the Mustangs. Head beat. Nope. Good golly. I'm surprised we actually haven't found the block. Oh, let's go. We found a freaking barn map. That's what you get for looking at every pile here. This is, nope. Just like, it's actually kind of insane we haven't found the appropriate block or head. So I think, and I already did this, right? Yeah. Alright, so now we can go to the inner. I guess I'll just start right around here. The Mayan, the Ford, the Bolt Atlanta. Yes. Bugatti, Porsche. Wrong gearbox, but that's a performance part, you know. It's good, you know. You don't see them super common, but in general, they are out there, and that's what we're gonna want to see for a lot of the stuff eventually. But we'll take what we can get. Glow Plymouth. Front, I can't remember. But 18, technically, yeah, you can't repair that, but still. Wrong oil pan. Brake caliper, yeah, we want that. We got 2 of those now. Serpentine belt. Engine block for an inline 6. You're killing me. Another Salem Spectre part. But that's not the fastback. Mustang Mach 1. Alright. Crankshaft. Bolt. Sakura. Jaguar. The thing is, I want to talk about other stuff, but I'm so focused on reading what I'm doing right now. I should just suck it up. I just don't even know what to talk about. Anyways, other than what I'm looking at. My eye's itching. Well, you know what? Actually, in good news, I think I'm gonna start picking some of my tomatoes. I think some of them are pretty much about as ripe as they're gonna get. I can put them on the windowsill to kind of sun ripen a little bit more as well, which would be nice. But I don't know what to do with them. I'm probably just gonna cut them in half, because they're cherry tomatoes, right? And then Greek salad. I really love a Greek salad. Like, a lot. And I think they'd go good in it. Get a nice red onion, get some cucumber going on, and maybe even make my own dressing. Wouldn't that be fancy? And the feta and the Kalamata olives. A shame that I didn't mention those right away. That's like the best part. So there's that. But I might, oh, sorry for yawning. I might also bring some to my parents, because I think I'm going to be going there this weekend. And hanging out with them, and I think I already just looked at that car, yeah. Them and my brother, my one brother, well, maybe both my brothers are going to be going, but one is going up for sure. And my sister-in-law, and then their youngin', my nephew. So I think that's gonna be fun, just kind of hanging with them. I don't think we use that, but I'm gonna take it anyways. My nephew is cool, cool dude. Probably wrestle, you know, play some games, and go walk to the park or something. Just hang out, you know, chill, eat some good food, relax. I'm kind of excited because autumn weather's pretty close. Had a couple cooler days, you know, the humidity sort of seems to be, I don't know why I'm looking over there, seems to be pretty much gone, which I'm very happy about. Let's go oil pan, although we can't repair that one. Yeah, 10%'s like way too low, but still, take it for now. Yeah, no, it's you know, autumn's my favorite time of year. I love it. It's short, and it's before the worst time of the year for the most part, at least in the... I like winter, but I just don't like city winter, I think, is the thing. Because... Sorry, it's a fun yawn. Mostly because it's like you get the city slush. You know, slushy snow, and everybody's all miserable, and bad drivers are even worse because they don't seem to understand you gotta stop earlier than you normally would, and it's just miserable. It's not that bad. I mean, I try to shut it out as much as possible, but it's just like, eh. There we go. Got that guy. We only need a few more. These we can't repair, but... Oh, wrong radiator fan. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just excited. And plus it'll be good to see my my brother and my nephew and my sister-in-law. Because I haven't seen them for... I guess it's been a few months now. Oh, that's a great leaf spring. Another R2 part. Surprise, surprise. Alright, we've pretty much gone around, except there's this like last stack of cars by the looks of it, so hopefully we find a couple more parts. We'll go back and assess. Eh. It's the wrong... I'm almost positive this is the wrong manifold, but I'm still taking it just in case. You never know. Sometimes they throw you for a loop. I don't know, it's just something about the autumn. Just the colors. It's at least here in this part of Canada, at least, right? Like, you know, it's I'm not like super tired. I guess I'm kind of like comfy tired, but yeah, there's just something about the weather just being slightly cool where you're like, yeah, I want to put on a nice sweater, put on a light jacket. It's great. And you don't worry about sweating or being too hot or whatever, but at the same time, it's not too cold. You know, it's just right. Get a nice kind of warm coffee. Is it radiator A or C? Just lovely. And of course all the trees changing colors, and then you see all the squirrels and stuff are like, I gotta find nuts and bury them, and they're going crazy and getting ready for whatever they do, hibernation and such. It's a nice time of the year. Oh man. Let's all take a nice nap. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, there we go. I may be slow, but watch me go. So we're gonna go back. I don't know why I walk over here. $6.69. Look at all those parts for $6.69. I'm gonna write this down. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because again, like most of these parts we're not gonna end up using. But I'll kick myself if I figure out what I want to do later and I didn't write down all this stuff, so it's there. Definitely gonna buy these parts. So now we're gonna go in and see which of them we actually can use, which we can't. We'll just sell, get rid of the ones we can't use. And by can't use, I mean like it's just like the part is not it doesn't go with the car, right? So how do I want? No. Oh yeah. Rims, body. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell. I shouldn't have bought that. Okay, so I'm gonna go and probably try to repair those guys in a second, but drive gearbox, I think that's good. Let's check out exhaust. I wish almost you could kind of like divide this up into those mini sections that your inventory is, but front exhaust, EF, V8 OHV A. So we have two of those. Okay. Front sway bar B, front wheel hub. Wait, let me check one thing here. Wheel hub 3. Okay, so we did actually get one of those. We need two. But let's go back to the front. Where was it? It's EF. It's kind of hard to see, you know, with this background, right? This text is not the best, but that says, what was it? Front exhaust pipe, V8 OHV A. So exhaust. So I've got one of them, and it's 18%. So we know we can repair 18% stuff, but I just don't think we can actually repair front exhaust pipes. But I'll sell this. I think this car is too old for the catalytic converters. RST. Yeah, we definitely do not use catalytic converters. So I can get rid of that. What about just a normal exhaust pipe? We got two middle mufflers. Yeah. No. Probably just goes from middle muffler to rear muffler. What I was kind of thinking, but thought I'd better be safe than sorry, so yeah. So we can sell that and that. Let me just double check, but the middle muffler should be here. Middle muffler. So two, although the one, again, we can't really repair them, but we've got them, so we can kind of put them on the car for now. Okay, so we did exhaust. Actually, why don't we just we'll put whatever we can on the car right now. And maybe not even try to repair it yet. We'll see. I might try to repair some of it, but let's go. Just so, because I kind of want to get it out of my inventory. Then we can take this stuff off again, and then maybe we'll walk over and repair it. And then, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Wait a minute. There you go. Okay, now what do we have? Brakes. Can't put those on until we have the, whatchamacallit. Okay, so let's first look at the rear suspension. So we should have a rear... Yeah, shock absorber B and the cap. Shock absorber B and the cap. Oh, and the rear spring, yeah. Okay. So if I look in my inventory, rear spring. That's front shock. There's cap. Wait, I thought this... I thought I got, I guess maybe I didn't get a rear. That's a bummer. Is it front? Let's check the front. Shock absorber cap. Front spring. Steering knuckle C. Okay, so it is C. So it is double wishbone. Okay, well, That's good to know. I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. Front steering knuckle C and A. Let me just, again, triple check. Front steering knuckle C. Yep. So, I can get rid of you. Just need that. Rear knuckle housing. Rear axle knuckle housing C is what we use. Okay, so we can get rid of that guy. Front steering knuckle C is what we use, yeah. Rear spring, rear sway bar. Let's check if we have the right one. Jeez. Actually, I guess we don't use one. Even better. One less part to worry about. So we get rid of the rear sway bar, which means we can get rid of this sway bar link. Rear drive axle B. So we don't use those guys, right? RS. Yeah, we use neither. Let me check something here. Oh, we did get one of these guys. Yep. That's right. I remember. There's knuckle housing C. We got one of these. There you go. Oh yeah, we didn't get any of that. Oh yeah, we do. So I totally missed that. Got none of those. We did get, what? I thought this, why? Pretty sure I saw one of these guys. Oh no. Am I crazy? Oh no, it's not the leaf spring. The whole time I just looked at these and I made the assumption that, oh, it's leaf spring. No, I didn't look close enough. So it's not like full on leaf spring, but we do need the plates and the U-bolts. Dang it. Yeah. We need another solid rear drive axle. We need 2 solid axle control arms. Okay. Which also means we need small rubber bushings for those, right? Or do we? Oh, no, maybe they use normal bushings. Damn it. Sway bar front end link B and B. Where's the front sway bar? Front sway bar B. That's the one I have, don't I? Nope. So I can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Keep this. Keep that. We use wheel hub 3, so I can get rid of that. Let me just put one of these guys on. Yeah. Oh man, radiator C. I think I got radiator C. Okay. Let's bring this dude down then. It's gonna look worse than when we bought it with all those crappy parts. Okay, brakes I'm not gonna worry about now. Suspension. I almost don't even want to go through some of these parts right now until we get the freaking engine block, but... Supercharger we know. Serpentine belt. Let's check that. RS. Serpentine belt B. Okay. And A V8 OHV. So you're gone. You're gone. I thought I did. Okay, so there's. I did get. Yeah, I got B, which is nice. You know what? Since I can't put it on yet, what we'll do is we'll just move over here. This is gonna suck. Project car. This takes a second to load. Oh, these are all the old parts. That's right. Oh, no, 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 don't exit, don't exit. What I'll do... I guess I'll just make a second one for now, and I'll say, I'll name it like Project Car Parts, I guess, or something. I'll have to rename them both, but so we know that we want this. Just can't put it on yet. This rocker arm. Oil pan, piston rings, that. Let's check. The exhaust manifold. Okay, so it is just 2 OHVs. That's good. Water pump pulley is probably just going to be water pump pulley. There's the starter, so we know we've got that. Where's water pump? Oh, we don't have a water pump pulley. Okay. Dang, I'm learning a lot today. So, get rid of you. Let me just double check, but... yeah. So I can definitely get rid of the oil pan. Supercharger we're gonna keep. Ignition wires, we'll double check on those guys. C, E, F, G, H. Ignition wires V8, okay. So, you're gone. Actually, this guy, I'm just gonna do that now. I almost wish it would stay on the last warehouse you were in. Although I'm sure some people would not like that, but... just gonna move this guy over. You. I could technically start building the engine on the engine mount. And then put the fuel filter in right now, but... I'm not gonna worry just yet. I need you. I could... probably put you on. There's our battery. put that guy on. That's good. That's good. Drive shaft. Actually, I could put the... No, I can't put the drive shaft till I have the gearbox. Okay. Need to sell that guy. Need to sell that guy. That guy's good. Brakes, we need that. Exhaust. Oh, I have the gearbox, but I can't put that on until I have the engine block and all that other crap. But let's just double check it here. A, B, C, D, F, G, G, G. Yep, that's the right gearbox. That I can sell. That I can sell. Round air filter base. We don't use that. Let me just absolutely double check. Round. E. Yep. Crankshaft pulley, we do use that, don't we? Yep. Oh, and the timing cover. IRPQRST timing cover. Yep. All right. Again, I'm very much a measure twice, cut once. Measure 3 times, cut once. Sometimes even 4 times. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's put that there for now. And that's... I check the camshafts. How many of those? Oopsies. Camshaft. Just the one. But I'll keep... You know what I'm gonna do? Wait, what percentage? 15%. That's beautiful. We know we can potentially repair 15% stuff. No! Oh, it failed at the last, like, section, which is extremely rare, but it happened. Oh, and the other one's too poor quality. You're killing me. But we'll keep the other one for now, I guess, as a placeholder. And then, well, let's just try this then. Alright. That was the right radiator fan, though. I didn't even check to be sure, but, radiator fan. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, okay, it is. So that's great. Idle rollers, how many of those do we need? None? That's actually kind of sweet. Okay, so that makes my life easier. Yeah, so I think this is the other one. Yeah, it was 13%. So I'll have to find something that's 14%, but I'm pretty sure 15 is the cutoff, which is going to help me a lot in the future, I guess. This guy, I'm just going to get rid of. In this case, I'm just going to open, see what we get here. Also, I don't know what you guys think about this, But I'm kind of thinking any parts we find in crates, we can also use them on this car. And the reason I say that is because we very rarely get crates. Okay, that's point one. They're well, I mean, they're not super rare. If I go and like repair a bunch of customer cars, then a lot of times you can get you get the maps for that, and then you go to the barn and then you're guaranteed to get one crate. But still, not the easiest thing to just get. 2, you only get 3 things in them. 3, sometimes they're like, I've had 3 maps, 1 map or 2 maps, so it's not necessarily like actual parts. Okay, point 4, I think we're on. Again, these parts, a lot of them are going to be for other cars and stuff we can't use. So I'm almost certain you'll probably agree with me. Oh yeah, the 5th point is these are like kind of quasi-performance parts in a way. So quality, I mean, they're better in general, but sometimes you get like performance parts. So let's say you do get a performance part here, and normally it adds, 3% performance, right? If it's a quality performance part, the quality rating will add on top of that, so it'll add another little bit of performance. So you know what? Now that's got me thinking. And the other reason I'm saying this is because like this is like a special car. Like we're kind of going all out. So these are the all out parts. If I'm not going to use it on this, like what I mean, I could use it on any other car, but really like, you know what I'm saying? So dang. That in a way might have made things a little bit better for us. Because well, let's just go and have a look here. First of all, I want to move... Oh yeah, plus it's the wrong supercharger. We need the OHV one. But still... let me do this. Let's rename this again, warehouse 2. So I'm not using that for the Cobra. Let's go to warehouse 1. Alright. Now let's take a look at some of these parts. Let's actually start... I'm not going to worry about rooms right now. Gearbox. Let's just see if we even have the applicable gearbox. Which there might be an okay chance of. So you can see this is like a performance one, and then bam, on top. So clutch plate we know we use. This is not a performance clutch plate, so in time we'd want to get that, but you know what? Boom. It's ours. Drive shaft? Boom. I'm actually astonished. What's with all these freaking... I think these parts that you get in the crates, like they're meant to be not your typical. Like, look at this. Inline 4 4x4. Inline 4C rear wheel drive. It's for the freaking Bentley. Transfer cases. There's not even a single V8 gearbox that I've found out of all of these. Flywheel, but that's for the Bentley, so that doesn't work. Exhaust. So we know what exhaust we use. It's front exhaust. V8 OHV A. Which I probably don't even have. Exhaust pipe. Rear muffler. Actually, I think, look at that. That's +5. It's not a performance one. If this is a performance rear muffler plus 5 quality, oh my gosh. That's like literally the epic legendary ultra rare. But this is still pretty good as to have. But I need another one. Okay, there you go. It's that guy, you know, he's a little bit better. Brakes, I don't use the drum, but the caliper, so I'll take one caliper. It's not leaf spring. It's rear shock absorber B, if I recall. We're gonna use that. There's another solid rear drive axle, so we've got 2 now. Although I can't remember if the other one might be under 15%, so I'm not sure we can repair it. There we go, double wishbone. We need one of those. I think we need this. Front shock absorber B. Front sway bar B. Steering rack, we need one of those. Bottom suspension arm B. No, I think we just used bottom suspension arm. Spring cap, yep. Front steering knuckle C, no. Oh, look at that, plus 5. I missed a couple of those guys. So, oh, and then the engine stuff. This will actually, there's the most of this. We need the distributor. Engine head, that's the wrong one. Wrong. Air filter, no. Camshaft. Cap, that's the wrong cap. Wrong carburetor, of course. There might be less in here than I thought, despite there being a lot of parts. No. HVC, nope. That's for the Bentley, of course. Engine head cover B. That's the wrong one. We don't use ignition coils, we use the ignition wire. That's the wrong one. Don't use a turbo. Wrong oil filter. Don't use fuel rails. That's a V8, not the OHV. Yeah, we haven't found anything in here yet. Wrong one. Crankshaft. Supercharger V8. But not OHV. Actually, so I should move this guy over. God, that'd be so nice. And you can't get like performance engine blocks, so getting just a plus 5 quality one, oh man, that made me very, very happy. Turbo throttle, camshaft. I don't think. Well, we're actually only halfway there, but I'm still not holding my breath at this point that we're gonna find anything we can use. Engine head, power steering pump for V6. Fuel tank, water pump, radiator fan. That's the wrong one. Wrong valve push rod. Ignition wires. Nope. Nope. Engine block, engine head. Why is this fuel pump there? That's an accident. I'm just gonna sell that. Yo, look at that. There you go. There's our crankshaft. This is our intake manifold. Let's go. And the thing is, you can't buy the performance supercharger intake or the, yeah, you can't get that. So, you know, +2 quality, yeah, it could be better, but that's actually pretty sweet, especially because we didn't find one of those. I mean, we will find one of these in time, but I kind of like that I decided to use these parts for this project, because otherwise, well, I wouldn't. Camshaft cap, serpentine belt, piston rings. There you go. I mean, it's better than nothing. Intercooler. More camshaft caps. We got our throttles, exhaust manifold. That's for the Bentley. Just give me a V8 OHV engine block. Would you do that for me, please? Oh, sweet. We got our oil pan. It's a good quality one too. Carburetor 4-barrel. Let's go. Although again, that's something that, you know, we can get in a performance part, so I prefer to be like a quality performance part. But it's legit gonna take so many hundreds of hours of playing this game to like get not only a performance part, but get like the +5 quality, I feel. And I'm okay with that. I can't remember. It is just the V8 ignition wire. I'll double check. Power steering pump. This is a performance one +1. I think that's what we use. Did we use just... I gotta double check the engine head covers. Supercharger. V8. So we don't use that. Alright. And then I'm not gonna go through that stuff. Okay, so actually, yeah, let's look in our inventory. Let's go back here. Let me check the ignition wires and power steering. So ignition wires, those are good. I can put them into the new box thingy for now. And power steering. Yeah, so they can go in as well. Let's just do that now before I forget. And then take out the old ones. Engine. Wait. Engine block V8. Why did I take... Yeah, why did I... Wait. Yeah, I don't know why I took that engine block out. Come on, come on. So you go back where you came from. I don't know why I took the idle roller out. Am I crazy? Why did I take the water pump out? Man, I'm making all sorts of mistakes. Oh wait, maybe those are from the Cobra. The Cobra box, and I forgot to move them. Ah. Apparently I took this frickin'... What? What did I take the timing cover? What is happening? Maybe it was a misclick? I don't even know. The air filter? Yeah, I don't use that. I gotta double check some of this crap. Okay, we're Gucci. I'm pretty sure we use that alternator. I'll double check. But this guy can go over. Drive shaft. Is this guy I'm gonna sell? This guy I could actually like put on right now, but whatever. Let's move him over. Move him over. Yeah, I'll fix some of this stuff in the next video, I think. But next video, I'm gonna take a bit of a break from this. I'm gonna look for some parts, but I'm not gonna sort through them. I'm actually gonna have like another warehouse, which is gonna be almost like a staging area. I'm just gonna like throw parts I get from the junkyard / barn that I think I'm gonna use, and then I'm gonna put them in like warehouse 5, and then we'll actually like go through and sort them afterwards. I think that's kind of how I want to do that. So I'll figure that out. Sway bar, spring cap, U-bolt, piston rings, front. I think we used that. We definitely used that. I'll just put the alternator there for now. And then I'll just keep these parts on for now. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna take them off and I'm gonna try and repair what I can. See what we can repair. Some of them we won't be able to repair, and we'll never be able to repair. So, yeah. Now I'm thinking too. For parts, I gotta raise you up. Alright. Please. Please for me. Let's go. Like, I always repair, like, almost everything, but now I'm so nervous because so much is on the line. It's like, I can't just buy one. It's against the rules. He's done it. Alright. So I'm actually going to put those parts back on. And then we're going to call this episode. Look at that. Thing of beauty. That's 14%. We know we can't repair 14%. But for now, I'm going to just put it on. Put that guy on. That guy, which is repaired. We've got the other one that's like the plus quality, so maybe we'd instead should put that there, but... is that this guy we were able to repair? Yeah. And I might have another few things on my person. Oh yeah, the muffler stuff and then the radiator. So let's just quickly do that. So like I said, you can't repair that stuff anyways, but 12% would be too low, so. And yeah, so that, there you go, 18%, but it's just not something you can repair. But maybe we'd say rather than buying that part that we can't repair, maybe we're like we have to get it in a crate. That might be the other thing. It might take forever though, because like you can't repair rocker arms. We need 16 of those. You can't repair valve rods. We need 16 of those. You can't repair spark plugs. We need 8 of those. Can't repair... Did I say rubber bushings? We need 12, probably 16 or something in that spectrum. So I don't know. I mean, there might be a slight bending of the rules maybe for like kind of certain parts. I mean, I don't really like to make exceptions, but I'll let you guys kind of be the judge and jury and executioner on that. So I kind of apologize in advance. I feel a little bad about this video because I know my commentary was not great, especially in the junkyard. I got a little too zoned out, and I kind of forgot I was almost like recording, really. And I apologize for that. So I hope, I hope you were at least, maybe you just had me on in the background and you were getting some other stuff done anyways. So thanks for keeping me company. But now I kind of have a better idea of the rules of this. And I've put a few questions out there. So if you, let me know what you think the rules should be. Should I have to find all the parts in crates? Like, I can't buy anything, so that means, like, the glass and the tires are going to be really hard unless I mismatch, but I don't know how that works. They might not even let me, well, in terms of sizing, I think I might be able to mismatch, or I should say in terms of the, like 14 inch, 15 inch, whatever. They probably all have to be 15 inch or 14 inch or whatever size we go with, but I don't know about the width and the profile. So yeah, that's it. That's kind of a tricky thing. And then other things, yeah, like I said, for the rocker arms, we need 16 rocker arms, 16 valve rods. So since I can't repair those, and that will actually probably take about 1,000,000 years, because I don't have any valve rods that I found in the crates. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we can start by at least like putting just crappy ones in that we find from the junkyard. And then take it from there. If you guys really think I should buy those, then maybe I will. But I actually think that, at first I felt it was kind of cheating, but with these like extra quality parts, no, that's kind of what we want from this. So if anything, I feel better about that. Until you saw, I mean, we've got some of them, and that's from me playing this game for like I don't know, almost 200 hours. So you saw, like, we didn't have a ton of parts that we can use for this. We had some, but not a lot. So anyways, I'm out of here. I'm gonna be recording another video pretty much right after this. So just in case I don't incorporate your feedback, it's only because I'm going away this weekend. So that's gonna be that. But still, yeah, let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out.